What's up, YouTube? This is Dragon, and this is another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. So, let's get to the battle at hand. Well, judging by this team, I'm gonna say, actually, let me fix something up real quick. Let me do this thing real quick. Where you at? Okay, here we are. And all right. Okay, that's a little better. Man, I was afraid of my opponent sending out this Pokemon first, and I was gonna put a Rotom on my team because of this Pokemon. I was also thinking about having my own Crobat. Maybe people know about the whole Choice Banded Crobat thing. Then again, this may not be max speed Choice Banded Crobat because not many people do that. So, let's see. If I do send out Noivern, that's not gonna really be much of a benefit, I guess. So actually, I got a plan. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball right here, and hopefully, okay, Brave Bird. So that's good. So he's gonna do pretty much maximum amount of damage, and then this Shadow Ball should do a considerable amount of damage right afterwards. So there we go. That's the Shadow Ball. That's not gonna kill because it's Crobat, but at least it's gonna lower this Crobat special red card. Okay. Alright, that's pretty interesting. Alright, well, Salamence was dragged out, so that is good. Did not expect the red card. You rarely see that. Like, I mean, gotta give it up for those new strategies, man. Kind of reminds me of Kashif, man. If you don't know Sucker for Jessica, he was using those red cards a lot back in the day, man. And it was working. It was working, too. So now I'm thinking, should I go for Dragon Dance from here? Because I pretty much got a free switch into the Salamence. And, yeah. I'm gonna go for it. Let me see. That's right. This is not the Dragon Dance edition, so it really isn't gonna make a difference. So I'm actually going to go for the Fire Blast. Let's see. Yeah, Mega Evolution and Fire Blast. That's right. I also have Earthquake on this one. Yes, Fire Blast. It is a bit of a risk. Okay, wait a minute. Our opponent is switching. Please switch into the okay, he didn't switch to the Heracross, which kind of makes me regret not going for the Double Edge, because the Double Edge could have done a considerable amount of damage. And Ice Beam. I know Ice Beam is coming up. That's gonna do a lot of damage, and that's a lot of bulk right there. There's definitely a lot of bulk. I have an idea. Let's see. Okay, this is my opponent's second Pokemon right here, right? Do I want Noivern? Do I want Noivern or do I want Salamence? Which one do I want? Because Noivern will be choice. And I can't, like, use Hurricane, so... You know what? I think I want Noivern as opposed to Salamence. Because then I could use Hurricane on the rest of his team. Yeah, so you know what? Actually, would it be better if I just go to Noivern because with an Outrage? You know what? I'm gonna go to Noivern. Predicting the you know, might set up some barriers. You might not. I just hope he kind of goes to the Ice Beam. Okay, he goes for the T-Wave. All right. Well. Okay, Noivern is paralyzed, so let's see from here. I'm gonna go straight for the Hurricane, and I kind of hope he does go for the. Okay, he goes for the Psychic. Didn't necessarily expect that. That's fine. And Hurricane, it didn't miss. The Hurricane did not miss. Choice Specs Hurricane still doesn't do enough damage to actually be considerable. So let me see. He has Thunder Wave, Psychic. Probably Moonlight. I just hope it's not Moonlight. So I'm going for the Hurricane again. And okay, so it is Moonlight. Alright. Okay, so let's see. HP was restored. Hurricane did not miss. Alright. 30% chance to confuse. And there it is. That's the confusion right there. Alright. The Confusion proc is almost as good as Scald, by the way. In case you guys didn't know. So... a good decision right now would be to go into Gengar. Yeah, actually, maybe a good decision would be to go into Salamence because, yes, that's the best decision. Because then I could use Return, and I know that his defenses probably isn't as good as his special defense. So, yeah, the Return. Oh, okay, all right, cool. That's cool with me. So he's now going to go into this Pokemon right here. All right. So I'm glad that I made the switch. So I'm now going to go into the Salamence. And because I'm a bit prepared, I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Hopefully our opponent does not switch and decides to stay. He decides to switch. And it's going to... Well, yeah, Earthquake isn't going to do anything to anyone. So he goes into the Crobat. I should have really went for the Fire Blast. It would have been a better ordeal. Let's see. Max speed is 394. Is he max speed? Most likely he is. I guess I'm gonna go for the fire. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the... Should I just go for the... Yeah, I should just go for the double edge. Or... Let me see. Noivern is paralyzed. So, would it make a difference? You know what? I'm gonna go into my Noivern because... Nah. I don't have to, but... Man. Alright, Fire Blast. Let's risk it. Okay, of course he's gonna use the Brave Bird. And that's gonna do probably about half damage to my Salamence. And... Alright, a little bit less than half. And here we go. That's the Fire Blast. And Alright, so now with that, I'm definitely going to go into my Noivern so that I can take this next Brave Bird right here. Yeah, I guess I should have just went to Noivern regardless. Then I wouldn't be in this particular situation. Man. In an ironic sense, I kind of hope he kills my Noivern with this Brave Bird. Most likely he won't, though, because it's not, wouldn't really be able to do it. So let's see. I'm now going to go and use... Let's see. I'm going to use... Let's see. I know his last Pokemon. So you know what? Well, I am paralyzed. So it really doesn't make a difference. Okay. Is he going to go into the... bad choice. Bad choice there, guy. Bad choice. Flamethrower, burning you down. Choice specs, baby. Choice specs flamethrower. Get some of that, baby. Get some of that. And I was just about to use Hurricane too, but I changed my mind. All right. So, let's see. I'm gonna just keep going for Flamethrower because I am locked. And okay. Well, I mean, kind of catch-22. Like, I have no choice but to just, keep doing what I'm doing here because I am paralyzed. So he's gonna have the upper hand at some degree, So like, I might as well stay in and continue to use Flamethrower from this point. You see what I'm saying? So, I at least got that extra Flamethrower off. That extra choice specs Flamethrower, baby. All right. So now let's see. Here we go. I've got some plans. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. So now I go into Gengar, right? There we go. I go into Gengar, Shadow Ball, and then return. There we go. That's it right there. So if he decides to Psychic me now, actually the better play for my opponent will be Thunder Wave. I just hope he doesn't choose that play. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. The Shadow Ball is still going to do a considerable amount of damage. Maximum special attack, Timid Gengar, and super effective. And nice play. He goes for the Thunder Wave. It is kind of a 50-50 on my opponent. That's actually a very good play. I'm kind of in an ironic way, happy my opponent went for that. Anyway, 50-50 chance my opponent has the upper hand in the situation, being that you know, if the moonlight doesn't necessarily, you know, work consistently, then okay, there's the moonlight. So okay, maybe not like 50-50, but in essence, I just have to get this next shadow ball. I hope I do. There we go. That's another shadow ball right there, and super effective. All right, so yeah, my opponent just has to keep trying to use moonlights, and if I ever lower his special defense at any point, then that's pretty much an immediate good game right there if I can hit the next shadow ball. And that's another shadow ball. So let's see, is it gonna do min-max damage? Is it gonna go a little bit over? Lower this? Nope, did not lower the special defense. All right, so another shadow ball it is, and that's a moonlight. Let's see, my opponent should be running out of moonlights pretty soon. Also, I'm getting pretty lucky with these. Yeah, there it is. That's the paralysis. All right, so we all know psychic is coming up next. So let's see, you know, maybe I should have went for sludge bomb. Yeah, maybe sludge bomb would have been a better play. Okay, so Gengar faints. Now we just have to hope that return is enough to do considerable damage to this Pokemon. Okay, let's see. I mean double edge, which is a bit more. Alright, double edge, maximum attack. Come on, how much damage can you do? And ooh, and a Rocky Helmet. That's tough stuff. A T-Wave. Ah, man. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yep, most likely I lost this one, because he could just use Moonlight again, and that'd be that. So let's see. I'm going to use... Let me see, how many Moonlights did he use, though? I know he didn't use 8 at this point, because he's only used, like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he has enough. He has more than enough. So I'm gonna use double edge, hoping that I get a crit. And that's a Moonlight. So if I can crit on this next double edge, then I win. But you know, once you start hoping for a crit, that means you've kind of already lost. And I'm paralyzed anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so now I might be able to live one psychic within this range. Most likely not. And that's 8 left. And unless I can get a crit with this double edge, then that is an automatic loss. Yes. And I hurt myself with the Rocky Helmet. Ah, man, that sucks. That really sucks. But those are those Cresselias for you, man. Those Cresselias. I like having Cresselia on my team because it's a super bulky Pokemon and it's super tough to beat. Absolutely hard. So it's like, I wonder. Yeah, I guess if I just had like something that could do like some strong physical damage on that Pokemon, or just like knocked off, well, it didn't matter whether I knocked off its item or not. But basically, if I had like Toxic would have just sealed the fate for that Cresselia right there. But in these 3-on-3 battles, I try to keep it as fast as possible because, you know, using Toxic and stuff like that, you know, I mean, I used to have the whole Blissey Gliscor thing going on, like way back in the day. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's still good stuff. It was a great battle, and I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that it happened. And I'm also glad my opponent used Thunder Wave because that was a really good play. Well, my fellow Dragonites, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed these battles, and as you know, there will be many more battles like these in the future. Well, see you later.